Hey guys, Phantom Light 22, back with another part. This is part 36 of Let's Play Rune Factory Frontier walkthrough. Last episode, we saved Iris Noir and who's the other half of
Good
Iris
evening.
Blancs,
You seem to be
or the other half
wondering
of
a lot.
Iris, whatever her real name's, Iris something. But we have the final bachelorette, and we have a new helper, which is they're both trying to sing so that the rumors come back to our island. But the song in which the song that Joan is using, which is Miss, by the way, Miss's melody is
Hey, good
stronger than the
evening.
Iris's, unfortunately, and it's preventing the spirits from leaving, basically. So we need to find a way back into that room in snow ruins, but we don't know how yet because the door is shut
Good
tight.
evening. The day's
Meanwhile,
just
I
getting
am
started.
at the bar because I thought I would show this little funny scene.
Don't drink too much now.
No, I'm not done drinking. I can't believe you said that.
You're quite the drinker, ain't you?
I don't know if they talk, but that's just hilarious. I find it funny that this is a kids game and it has alcohol in it. I find it funny that this game has alcohol and it's a kids game. Because you know the Super Nintendo Harvest Moon that I did, what feels like a year or two back then?
I got a
Um,
lot just for you.
when it comes to kids games, they weren't allowed to put anything that was related to alcohol. In fact, according to Cautious Let's Play video, he said that they changed it to juice instead of alcohol. Because, you know, technically in Harvest Moon now, or in the Wii Harvest Moon, they did put the alcohol back in there, but they called it
Eat a lot, and
cocktail
then
instead
go
of just
make some nice
alcohol.
vegetables.
A cocktail is alcohol, like sake is alcohol in Japan. But, you know, but yeah, I found it funny how they used to try to censor. Now they're like, well, kids know they can't drink alcohol, so yeah, kids know they can't. Oh, I was not paying attention just now, but I think what I did just now was
Oh, hey.
I went and
I thought
asked
I was early.
Annette
Did you wake
on a
up?
date because I want to show you guys. I want you guys to. I was not paying attention because I was checking on something while talking, but
So, you were
apparently
standing
I
at the
went over
tree
to
on the little island
Mrs.
in the
house,
lake,
talked to
blowing
Annette, and
beautifully.
selected I came to ask you on a date. Now don't get crazy and say, "What's date? But you promised Laura." Yeah, I still promised her. By the way, just remember, commentate and let me know if you still want Laura to be the one. If not, you know, Laura's the one by someone saying so, but let me know because I'm getting closer to ending this game. Not quite close, but I'm getting there. But I'm just showing you what the date scenes look like. Like, this is the date during the spring. Now, I want to tell you something about the dates in this game. The dates in this game are kind of... Actually, I'll tell you after the scene here, because I think they talk in this scene.
Wow. So pretty. Good thing we listened to Eunice.
Yeah, I'm glad we came.
You know, I actually brought some food for us today. I made it. How is it? Is it okay?
Fruit sub for lunch. I would say if you say this is she probably would
I was
think
so
she needs to
worried
try
that you
harder or
wouldn't
feel
like it.
sad. You don't want to kill the scene.
Thank you for today. I had a lot of fun gazing at the beautiful flowers.
Cherry flowers sure are beautiful. I'm glad you had a good time.
Did she just wipe her face on the bag? That's weird. By the way, this scene, don't worry about it. This will always happen. Now, right there is where you would give them the wedding bouquet and then confess, but we're not doing, or propose, but we're not doing that. And by the way, as weird as this is gonna be, you're thinking, oh, I just have to take them back, right? No. You're like, okay, and I can't return either, because technically, you're feeling like, but I don't want to leave her behind, she'll yell at me. No, they won't. No, they won't. As weird as this is gonna be, the girls don't mind you leaving them on the small island, because they can just teleport off the island and then go back to what they were doing. Why? Because it's video game logic. Don't ask me why. I guess the creators never went beyond that. Because when you're thinking, oh, but she's left on the island there, like, uh-oh, now she's reacting. Hey, we should do this again sometime. But of course, no. And that was it. Don't ask me why. That feels so awkward, but that was the so-called date or romance scene. But let me go back to what I was saying. Well, no, you guys can read the message, but
Oh,
here's how it
very
works.
pleasant.
If you
Very
can
sweet
ask
that
the
you
girl
like
on
the
a
uncle.
date, and there's let me see if I can say this in a way.
I had a
Dating in
high
this
New
game
Year's Tabitha's
is a big time burner, is what I want to say. It's a time burner. It's ridiculous. It's annoying. In Harvest Moon, you could ask the girl on a date, schedule it, go there, and then boom, you're good. In this game, it's time, or I'm sorry, there's a limit or time to where you can only go on a date once every season. Now, supposedly, if you want to, you could go on a date with all the girls, but it's a big time burner. And plus, you cannot go out with the same girl, because if you set a date for one girl and then you set a date for another on the same note, and it's not separate, the girl that you talk to will get mad at you, or the girl that you asked out will get mad at you, and you lose one heart. Don't do it, because if you're trying to start a harem, oh, they will beat the living snot out of you. Trust me, you can actually get the girls to hate you if you're not careful. People just do that to be funny, but they never save it. But you know, it's just funny because people are like, why not? Make Raguna the terrible person. I'm not gonna show them off though because it's not guaranteed, but it's funny. If you want to see it, you can just type in Raguna the Terrible or Rune Factory Frontier Raguna the Terrible. You'll see what it looks like when you do something bad and what their reaction is when you anger them. Because I won't lie, there's a scene that's hilarious. That's just hilarious. Like, when you cheat on your spouse just to be a jerk, they beat the living snot out of you. It's really hilarious. Like when you everything about it's just hilarious, and it says don't try this at home. I couldn't help but laugh. Oh, it was hilarious. But that's like the only thing about it. It's just funny. But long story short, well, not long story short. That's a habit I keep saying because I'm trying not to make it too long to explain. Plus, two, I get tongue twisted with long sentences. But anyway, in the spring season, you have to make sure you're setting the date before spring 13.
morning.
Yeah, before or on spring.
Eunice,
Well, no, before
you sure
spring
have gotten much
13.
thinner recently.
Eunice? Her portrait looks different. And does that? Yes, she does look slimmer a bit. She looks thinner. Yay! Eunice is losing weight. Oh my goodness. Well, you know, she said it was too hard, but she's doing it. She's losing weight. Let's encourage her. Here's a bell pepper. Try not to burn yourself.
For me? Thank you.
Well, when I say burn yourself, try not to burn your... No, never mind. Oh, so Turner taught her how to cook. I thought for a second Rita was the one, but... we'll find her, hopefully. But anyway, when you schedule a date, you can go, at least go, you have to go on the spring 13th. And for summer, and I believe fall, it's the 19th. And I think for winter, it's the 23rd or 24th. It's one of those days. I can't remember. But if you ask after that, it won't work. And also, don't stand up to them. Like, don't go. Like, make sure you don't bother fighting monsters. Don't bother doing anything, knowing that you're gonna faint, because you're gonna lose a lot. You're gonna lose hearts if you stand up to them. Trust me. Just if you want to sit down, just have Raguna stand at the spot, listen to music, and wait for the time. But because in real life, you don't want to stand up to your girlfriend or boyfriend, and it's like, I'm late. No, don't even, because you don't want it to go. You don't want it to go bad. Just kind of go there, even if you're like 5 or 10 minutes early, because time goes by when you're just, you know.
Of summer. I do not know if it is because of that, but
Time flies, you know, and trust me, it flies way too fast sometimes. But yeah. I just thought I'd show you that off. That's the spring date. The summer date is no different, but with probably the leaves changing. The fall date is where you, I believe, stand on the bridge and look at the view. And the winter is where, you know where Laura was, where the big tree was? That's the Night of Hollies. You basically just hang out there. It's pretty short though, but I kind of like the spring and summer because you get to take the girl you get to be a romantic and row the boat while, take your spouse on a boat ride, basically, versus just walking with her, which is okay, but I like the boat ride better because it's more romantic. And I'm putting my inner drink X's in here for a special reason. Oh boy, I can't believe I'm gonna do this, but I am, because it's dark, I got everything else done, nothing much to do, but I'm gonna do it. I'm actually hating myself for this, but I'm going to do it. No, I'm not gonna bother going after that horse again. Trust me, that horse almost KO'd me. No thank you. But here's the plan though with the girls. What's gonna happen is when I'm all done with this game, I have all the girls' events unlocked, all their hearts maxed out. I show at least the cutscenes that I know some people had trouble getting at. And once all that's taken care of, I'm not gonna show off the wedding scene with each girl, but I'll show off each girl saying yes to my not to me, but to Raguna's proposal. And if they all say yes, then I'll show you that. But after that, I'm gonna just go with the flow with the character you chose, which is Laura, and then that'll be the end of the game, or the Let's Play. And by the way, remember that switch I said last video to activate? Ugh. Remember when I said you should activate that switch? It'll open this door, and this will lead to the boss of Whale Island. I don't know this enemy's name, but it is basically it's an octopus. A giant looking octopus. No, it's not a squid. Remember, octopus have 6 tentacles, and how many tentacles do you see minus the 2 in the front? Yes, he has 3 tentacles on each. Well, actually, he has 4, it looks like. Because if it was a squid, it'd have 12 tentacles, I believe, while octopuses only have 6. So who knows, maybe it's an octopus squid, I don't know. Because its head looks like a squid, and it only has, 8 tentacles instead of 6. And well, 10 because there's the 2 front ones. Oh, I'm paralyzed. Crud, crud, crud. If you touch it while it's doing that, you get paralyzed. And I didn't realize I was paralyzed. By the way, you want to know what's really awesome about this boss, though? It's hard. It's a very hard boss, but you want to know what's really cool about this boss? Its tentacles act like enemies to the game. And the reason I say they act like enemies in the game is because every time you injure them, it gives you experience. Like you just saw me level up just now, right? That's because of the tentacles. Oh shoot. Okay, fine. I'll unparalyze myself. Ugh. I was trying my best not to. Oh wow, he hit me. Oh, he just slapped me out. But basically, every time you take out the tentacles, you get experience for it. Because this is the only boss where you can like grind a little bit But this is the first time fighting him, so the first boss is not that hard. The second one, different story. And a big tip, never ever stand when you attack it, always either attack from the front or behind. Because if you attack it while under one of its tentacles and it wakes up from it being dizzy, you'll instantly take damage, and if you're low on health, that will finish you off. Trust me, I learned that the hard way when I was fighting this boss. You can actually grind off of this boss too, because like I said, you level up every time you take down his tentacles, right? Uh oh, now it's mad. So this is its like second phase when it's hurt. So you might want to get back, because these things hurt now. And he's going to move faster. He also hits really hard too. Like I said, the pattern is no different. But like I said, if you can grind off of this boss and level up. You just remember to have a strawberry ready and talk to it, because this boss will KO you unless you know its pattern really well. Because remember, every time you faint, Laura starts to dislike you for that. But like I said, it's really not that hard. Oh my goodness. This octopus just slapped the crud out of me. Oh no. See, I'm running around like a moron right now. And I had to go to the restroom. But don't worry, I did a cut here, so there you go. But I got a little nervous because I remember that a lot of people said that this boss was really hard in the past. It's not too hard, but you really have to be at a high level to face it. And another thing, you don't have to fight this boss or the boss in the snow ruins. And I'm not talking about Iris. There's another boss in the snow ruins, but you'll see that later in the video. Not in this video, though, but later in my video. But apparently there is another boss in the snow ruins that's like the true ice boss. And you don't have to fight it to beat the game. I'm just letting you guys know. This boss and the boss in the snow ruins you don't have to defeat. This is all optional. If you're just trying to what you want to say 100% this, then that's fine. No, you are not slamming me. No. Yeah, basically, you just have to keep going around and attacking his tentacles. Every time you take down his tentacles, it will slow down when it comes to rotating, because it will chase after you, or you know, come after you when you damage it enough. But on the second phase, good luck trying to hit it, because it hits even harder and its tentacles hurt too. And got him, or it. I don't know if it's a male or female, but I'll just say it because I can't tell by his gender. The music's pretty nice too. But after you defeat that boss, he shrinks down to a small little enemy, and boom. But you do need to stock up on healing items. But I suggest you only stock up on potions, because if you try to eat food, Raguna has to eat it. And you could stand on the edge, but if he's in front of you, he will slap you to where you won't have time to heal. But I would say this is cool, because look, you get an emerald, you get a look how many platinums I'm getting. I got I think I got 2 platinums. You also get a bright tentacle and a cooking oil that's level 10, as well as a flower that's level 10. So you can grind off of this boss. Not only do you level up, but you also get level 10 foods of 2 platinums and a jewel. Like I got an emerald from him, so you might get a rare jewel from him too. Look at that. I'm at level 74 from fighting that boss. So, like I said, if you want to grind, you can grind off of that boss. The only difference is that he takes more hits, and he's faster in the second phase. But if you do the same thing and you know his pattern to slow him down, he shouldn't be too hard. And then boom, you got him. So if you want to max out Raguna's stats and go to 99, that would be my suggestion. And here I'm trying to, oh crud, wake up, wake up! Here I was very close to leveling up, so I thought I would take these enemies out, but I went way over my head and got owned by 2 minotaurs, and I said, nope, I don't want to faint. I don't want to faint. It seems that you have punished the monster in the water tower. Thank you. It will now act somewhat more tame. Well, this is a little something for your troubles. And the Whale Island gives us a little crystal as a reward. Cool, huh? You need the little crystal to make a few rare items or weapons. Except, like I said, I'm not going to be using this right now, but I heard there is a way to farm for little crystals, but it depends on where you get them, because it's really rare. They're very, very rare. And yeah, I gave Laura, see, I fainted while fighting that boss, so Laura kind of dislikes me for that, but that's okay. That's why I just give her a strawberry and then talk to her, and she'll be back to max out again. It's that
Oh,
easy.
thank you.
So you can faint as many times as you want, and then just keep giving Laura that gift, and she'll forgive you. She's a very forgiving nun/sister, nun and sister, isn't she? I mean, nuns and nurse. Oh, she went to see Rosetta's father. Will he be better? Yep, he'll be as good as new. Just follow the recipe I'll be giving you, and hand the finished product to Rosetta. Wait, why am I making it? I'm no doctor. I won't be able to, unfortunately. You have to care deeply for Rosetta while you make it, or it won't be effective. How is my... what? Look, just let me teach you the recipe. Take 2 of energy drink S and make a white grass, and then mix them. You'll be able to make energy drink X with it. You may fail a couple of times, but keep trying. Fail? That's what I've been using to fight the bosses.
May I help you?
Yeah, Laura just gave us the recipe that we already have. The energy drink X is what you need to help Rosetta's father heal.
Welcome.
But if I recall, you have to be at level 50 with skill. So remember when I was explaining about the infinite energy drink X energy drink S grind, where you buy as much as... Oops, I didn't mean to buy that much. You buy as much antidote herbs and antidote and paragon to make energy drinks, and then you keep making them, and then turn the energy drinks into e-drinks.
I will pray
Now,
that you will
and
not need
as she
these
said, remember when I
medicines.
said don't get rid of those, don't ever sell or lose all your white grass? This is why, because you need the white grass for both sleepy grass and to make this. I'm sorry, no, you need the black. Ooh, what's this? And this happened right after I talked to Lara too. What the? Selfie! She got pulled into a purple dimension-like area. Oh boy. Why does everything keep happening to me? Why? Why me? Fine. Drink this, and I need some way to heal my rune points. Let me see. I wanted to give her a sandwich. Fine, I'll eat this pudding. Yummy. Alright, here we go. Take out my sickle. Selfie? Ready or not? You owe me bucks! Where is Selfie, you buffamoo? Yep, this is part of Selfie's event. You probably noticed that Selfie kept explaining the same thing, such as, "Hey, whoa, I got him that quickly." Well, I was over leveled. "Hey, Selfie, snap out of it." Ow, did you just hit me? Sorry, that's a habit. Hitting a girl, how dare you? And where am I? Don't know. Maybe we're inside the book that you were reading just now. In the book? Oh, that's awesome! It was my childhood dream to go inside a book. Really? Well, how does it feel to be in this book? Well, it's cool, but there's nothing here, and it's not really that much fun. I guess I prefer just to read it, considering that all I can do is, Well, whatever, let's just go home. Please, let's. But yeah, basically Selfie repeats some stuff over and over, and it's because of this book. This was caused by the monster Tapir. Tapir? I don't know if it's Tapir or Tapir. I think it's Tapir. A monster that feeds on memories, of course. It transforms itself in order to capture prey, then consumes their memories when their guard is down. So that's how I completely forgot about a book I read already. Yeah, that's why, yeah. What a waste. I could have read another book by then. The monster isn't that dangerous, but who knows what kind of damage it could have caused. I don't know what you mean by that dangerous. Let's burn it. I agree. It would be for the best. Wait a minute! You can't burn such a rare book. The what books? Oh wow. But we can't leave it as it is, Selfie. Let's see. Selfie, Mist, and Melody are both weirdos. Selfie's so obsessed with books. I mean, I know she's a bookworm, but come on. Between a bookworm and an obsessed weirdo of a bookworm, there's a difference. Not trying to make fun of them, but, well, kind of making fun of characters, not real people, because real people don't do that.
Well, is it crooked?
It's fine. Your idea to put the monster to sleep
Sorry
and
about
stop in
that.
time worked out really well.
Yeah, and we ended up not having to burn it. Personally, I want to read that book a bit more. Now, what should I read next?
I wanted to make a reference right there. Personally, I prefer it alive, if you know what I mean. Alright, well, I'm done for now, because I need a break from talking, but I hope you enjoyed this. We unlocked Selfie's event, so now Selfie's available for marriage. Next time, that leaves Bianca, Uzuki, and Eunice, Rosetta, Mist, and the Irises. But for now, I'm taking a break. I'm gonna give her the last of this sandwich, and then I'm just gonna call it a day. See you on part 36, I believe?
Hey, a sandwich!
Or whatever.
Did you get it
See
just
ya,
for me?
and bye-bye.